We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from Commanders Field here in Landover, Maryland. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Sheds off the tackle. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Richardson will throw to start out here. And the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long.
Now Richardson going to shift things up. Second and 15. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
22 yards there, a first down.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
Gets past one, touchdown, Indianapolis. Adnan Mitchell, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Daniels. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. You look at this Colt defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Daniels. buying time to his left. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go, set.
To the air goes Daniels. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adnan Mitchell with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes. See if they can generate some run after the catch.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. Following the fumble recovery, Richardson connecting over the middle with Downs. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Commanders is very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Richardson on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going. Not only... There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Rondale Moore, 60 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. Now it's Richardson. Flushed out right. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. He finds his man, complete. It's 4th. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go, set. Go.
Daniels going to throw for it. That is caught. He will have the conversion and more than that. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Richardson to throw off play action.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. Richardson looking to throw this.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss. But no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week. So he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a bad start, he got a bad watch, too.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
19 Richardson going on 4th down.
Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Here's Daniels.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Let's go now. Play action. Now it's Daniels.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got it.
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Quez Watkins.
39 yards.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Richardson shotgun on third down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Daniels. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Daniels looking to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up.
Hey, we can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now Richardson back to throw it. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Richardson to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, they turn to Ford. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the left hash. This from 46. The kick by Carlson is good. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Richardson looking to throw.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, Daniels.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders.
Quez Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Flush to his right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
70 Lions. Here we go. Shot. Check go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That pass complete to Moore. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And that flag accepted. The handoff to Ford up the middle.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
70 range. 70 range.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Conner. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards.
And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
18 Cardinal, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 18 Pioneer. Ready?
Now Richardson. This one completes Alec Pierce.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Richardson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
Let's go now. 65, Jack. 65. Hey. Come 19. Come 19. Ready.
Going for it on fourth, Richardson.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To the air goes Daniels.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7.
Ready.
Now Daniels.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Daniels.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Commanders just continue to roll.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played,
that's caught at the 25. A big play there for Indy. 52 yards.
well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown, but he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
Here we go. Set.
Now it's Richardson.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Off play action. Richardson.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Quite a decision there on fourth down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points, and following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is the logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motor. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. He may go.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick six.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Daniels. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
On the move to his left.
And this taken in by Downs.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
70 Rangers. Hut, hut.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Will Mallory.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Colts will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into it.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. Off to the races.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Richardson off the play fake.
They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Second and 5.
Looking to throw. Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And he is caught.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Connecting over the middle with Downs.
And he's brought down.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 44-yard line.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Richardson.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And his throw here is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here's Daniels. He's got the connection to Moore.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go!
To throw is Daniels.
He'll get that one complete to Conner. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
And it's a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And the fumble recovery was an important first step, but still a huge fourth-quarter hole to dig out of. Down 3 scores.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Daniels looking to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they will try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Ready, set. Here we go, set. Go.
On the ground, it's Ford. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Set. 7 Pirates, 79 Broncos. Ready.
Back to throw. Daniels. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Ready.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
19. Go. Hut.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw again. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
Ready, break. 19 Lions. Set up. 19 tight. 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Ready.
One last shot for Richardson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.